void theory. Stola is eager to depart for the vault. When you say the vault, I immediately think of the heavens with the vault, and I'm just like, please stop. Look who I came across. Astidian seemed in need of diversion, and we in turn may have need of his lands. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsuya's boat again? Not this time. Once Yasholda informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host. Shall we? Okay. Alright, back over here. I wonder, like, what's gonna happen. Because if we're gonna open it, I know something bad's gonna happen. But I want to know exactly what happens, you know? The ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's legacy to see the truth of a legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Yes, let's go.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts?
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Might as well go in myself, say nothing and look meaningfully at Astidian, or maybe send a familiar. What? What the fuck? I'm gonna choose this because it's just so funny. I'm just gonna look at Astidian.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Surely you'd not expect me to wriggle through that tiny portal.
We needn't attempt anything so drastic. A small familiar should serve well enough.
It's so funny. I just wanted to mess with him.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Drippy?
Mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
Don't worry about it.
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
What? Huh?
Water, froth and fire!
What? What? What?
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Aww.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
Aww.
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve as well. This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Froth and foam. Do I? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Froth and foam. Why do we look so smug?
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies?
Wait.
I could shrink you down, you know.
Wait, no. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
There they go. Oh, whoop. I'm way too far. Alright, let's see.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Oh no!
Thank you, little one. You did well.
thing? Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Uh-oh.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Something's coming out.
They're coming through!
Like hell they aren't.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Ooh. Spicy.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Unakalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Unakalhai's spirit from his final battlefield. But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
Yes, yes there is. Yes. Silva. The barmaid at the Wandering Stairs, and Arbert's companion, the elven swordswoman. Silva.
Silva? The adventurer who traveled with the Warriors of Light. And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns? I see. So Ciela, or rather Silva, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Unakal had. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
He's so like, oh man, like you can tell that Vitra is very conflicted because he wants to go into the void, right? He wants to go and see if his sister is alive, if she's okay, but also he's kind of duty bound to the people of Radzat Han, so it's like, you know, conflict. Okay, as a trap's duty, Y'shtola ponders the next stage of your preparations to enter the void. Once Nirhana succeeds in replicating the mock Atmos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I've no interest in visiting the void myself. Might we discuss this later? There is something I must do first. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed to our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding skills can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemists who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? Alligans? Garland Ironworks? I don't... Alligans? Is it Alligans? I'm like... I mean, Alligans? Perhaps they once did, but availing ourselves of elegant insights tends to be an involved process in and of itself. Nay, I believe a more straightforward approach is in order, consulting with the engineers of Garland Ironworks. Oh, that was my second guess. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the void and its volatile energies. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Walger's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Where's Nero? Show me, stinky man. Oh, wow, they really just sent us here. They were like, go on. It's my friend. Avery, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid? Certainly. I'll see if he has a moment free. You better. Pleasure as always. I hear you have a favor for us. Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if I could say anything that would I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after Medion and that bloody mess. Hey, listen. We have like 10 years to go? Things can surprise you, Sid. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation? It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface, much as the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may simply to prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. We're gonna get like a little talisman, like phone case thing. We'll conduct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high ethereal conductivity, so as to not impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor, as he said. Nero's compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design just to be sure. If only it weren't such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nidhana is getting on with the Monk Atmos. Okay. Nidhana.
Ah, hey Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process. But the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos.
Ooh.
I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am Satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this?
Oop. I skipped.
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire?
Oh, his face!
We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Ooh!
You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all.
Stop.
And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
The fact that they're playing this song too. Oh, the kids!
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
My heart. To protect them well, you must take heart, or will you wallow in uncertainty forever? Will you wallow in uncertainty forever? You have a chance. You need to take it.
You're saying I should seize this chance?
Yes!
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them.
Exactly.
If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzat-Han. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavnir for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the Satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
Stop! The fact that the Radiant host looked to Vershan like as a little brother. Oh, my heart!
I would not dare make you cry.
Alright. You surprised me, Astidian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Vitra reach this conclusion. 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and had travelers believing the palace racked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Ratosker's death. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vitra that pain, then I will follow you. Aww. An unusual crew we have here. Any other former scions we should call upon, or just the four of us? An unusual crew we have here. Indeed, but perfect for our purpose. I should think. I'd rather not bother the scions with aught less than dire threats to the star. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. To be more convenient, had we some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should suffice. Should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Megaduda. It's my friend. I pat her. Okay, if she gets out of that cutscene right now, I'm gonna lose it. And so we will require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make room for make a room or two ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you've completed the arrangements. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduda in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. To risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Asdaja, providing covered quarters is the least I can do. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nirhana. If you've preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th, now is the time. All I need is my armor and lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. You know what this means to me, Avery, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. Aww. Okay, I was really concerned that this was gonna be like a super like sad expansion, or not expansion, but like a patch. But so far, it's not that like life-threatening or anything. Yeah, oh, you know, as I say that, something's gonna change it, I guess. All right, show me more of the the thrones or whatever. Oh no, it's the fucking Void Sen, right? What's up? What you doing? You look so cool. Whoa. You look gnarly.
And thus I am returned. To this world, bereft of saviors.
Let paths unwalked, adventures spur, pulse quicken, spirits stir. Oh! Wait, is that the end? Oh! MSQ complete! Wow. Wow, that was a really nice lore-filled patch. Honestly, that was wow. Wow, that's all I gotta say. But thank you so much for watching. And sorry about the weird upload thing. Anyways, stay tuned for other videos, because I still have the new Extreme to do and the Alliance raid. So take care until the next patch release. Remember to be hydrated. So take care. Bye.